Apsheni ma-Afrika, mimi ni King, nina furaha kukutana na wewe. Asante kwa kutazama ActionSA. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about the march of the MK political party to Church Square, where they will be picketing against the increase of VAT and also marching against the liquidation of Itala Bank. Also want to talk about Gayton Mckenzie. His department made a post for a vacant job, and they are saying that they are preferring Indian, whites and coloreds. Yeah, no blacks. Yeah, that is from Gayton. What do you guys expect? Gayton is a pure sellout. Remember, colored people can play the black card when it suits them and play the other card when it suits them. So I'm not surprised. I told you guys, let's have a minimum requirement, minimum standard, a bar for a person entering parliament. Not any dandahead nincompoop can enter parliament and make decisions on our behalf. I also want to speak about my favorite mayor from Tshwane, Nasiphi Moya, who has closed a boxer for a certificate of acceptability that is not there. So now boxer thinks they can do whatever they want because they're a big supermarket, not under the watch of ActionSA. ActionSA is in action right there in Tshwane. Yes, Jacob Zuma and Dr. John Chopin, the president and the deputy president of the MK political party, has visited Vuyo ZUNGULA in church. So I wanted to cover that also. And for those who are looking for a job, there is a vacancy open there in the EFF. I think it's for a production manager or something like that. If you want to be employed and you qualify for those requirements that they are asking for, please go to the EFF site and make sure that you apply. Let's talk about that and much more.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to ActionSA. I'm your host, Kagiso Hlongwane Zinchiva Sono, and we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, I'm talking about a few stories. Before I do that, there is a book I'm busy reading. I'm busy reading Socialism no Muntu Musha by Mlaudi Wasikake. Mlaudi Wasikake. This is the book that I'm currently reading right now. Can you guys see that? It's a book that I'm currently reading. I'm learning a lot from this guy. He's got actually volume 1 and volume 2. After I'm done with volume 2, I will then read, I will then purchase after I'm done with volume 1, I'll purchase volume 2. But you can see where I am in this book, still there to read. I'm not a big book reader, but I enjoy now and then grabbing a book because I'm an author myself. I also wrote a book titled I Said Linna. For those who don't know, just advertising my business. For those who don't know, this book is 450. I will courier it anywhere in South Africa. So I Said Linna, it's a book written by your boy King. It's a very thin book. It's a motivational book to pick you up in the ditch that you find yourself in and you want to come out and you need motivation. There's a lot of people that I talk about that you know in this book. So if you want to grab this book, we have to talk. Yeah, I've got a lot of books. Sometimes I must just go through my small library so that we can discuss these books and all that. Thank you so much to Unom Fundo, our sister from the Eastern Cape, who has identified the school that needs attention when it comes to the toilet. These pit toilets are rubbish that is happening in front of us must stop. And before even announcing how we're going to go with that, there's a gentleman by the name of Mike Khadebe. That gentleman, icon. Really, when you talk about the spirit of Pan-Africanism, you're talking about Mike Khadebe. He has already sent his contribution. I did not ask anyone for money. I don't know where we are going to start with the toilets, where we're going to get the quotations, how me and the principal are still talking about how we're going to go about this thing. And Mike Khadebe says, King, as you are still busy discussing with your president, with the principal, here's a contribution for you. And Oh my goodness, Mike Khatebe, thank you so much. I really honor you. I really honor your spirit. I can't wait to meet you in the gala dinner. And you are just someone that I've got so much respect, and that's why we named the One Pallet campaign after you, and the Mike Khatebe campaign. I mean, people who want to buy us a pallet of bricks. You are doing it in the spirit of Mike Khatebe, and you buy a pallet of bricks, and we send you a certificate of partnership with Paseta, and that's how it goes. You guys know we have the gala dinner also happening on the 2nd of May. Please make sure that you purchase your ticket, guys. Like, it's March, May, the first weekend of May, we are having this gala dinner. So we are like less than 2 months away from that special event. We are preparing with the architectures, we are preparing with the organizing team, the events organizing team. We are preparing with the presentation that must be made. We're preparing with the people of the venue. It's not easy. It's not easy. So what I want, after all of this hard work that the team is putting behind the scene, what I would love to see is to see you there. Please make sure you go to www.paseta.co.za to purchase your ticket. And then I will see you there, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be nice. Ladies and gentlemen, the MK political party is going to have a march today. They are having a march today to picket against the increase of VAT and the Itala Bank liquidation there in Tshwane, Church Square. Oh, I remember my days in Church Square. I used to study at the South African State Theatre, not too far from Church Square. And at Church Square, that's where we used to go for hip-hop sessions and dance off. You used to find us there outside the State Theatre and there in Church Square. So I'm very happy with the MK political party organizing this march, because sometimes I ask myself, who's going to stand up? Everybody's got a problem, but nobody's going to stand up. Everybody can identify the problem, but nobody identifies the solution. People even identify the solution, but nobody implements the solution. As South Africa, we've got an issue with implementing solutions. But now the ANC finds itself in a very, very, very hard space here. They find themselves in a very hard space where they have to increase this VAT this year, because next year it's a local elections. You don't want to get people angry next year. Yeah, and the experts advise against this. They said, no, if you want to collect more money, this is not the way to do it. Leave these people away. The EFF says leave the VAT, attack the companies, the big businesses with tax. So I don't know what the ANC is going to do. Kotongwane is going to, the Minister of Finance is going to be giving his speech in 2 days, and everybody's waiting to see what is he going to do. Or what is he going to do? So the MK political party has to see itself going out there, to look good in the face of the people, to say, we picketed against this as the main opposition party. So I think this is going to be a good look for the MK political party. It's a good move. It's a good move to do it now, 2 days before the budget speech is going to be read. This budget speech, they have made it that much more interesting for us now to go and listen, because now as South Africans, we are asking ourselves, what is the other things that we are missing? And we'll be breaking down the numbers here after that speech is given. And also Itala, which black party is going to show that they actually care about Itala Bank? Who's going to show? If you don't show as the MK political party, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem that your people are asking, what did you do when Itala was closed? So they need to fight for Itala. More than 250,000 grant recipients there in Itala that are going to move to other banks. Itala was having a big number of clients, and now those clients are moving back to the commercial banks. It's a sad story. Let's talk about Gayton Mckenzie, the post of vacancy there in the Department of Sport and Art and Culture. Here's my problem. Because I'm season ngingabe emotional, ngikhulume kahle lento le. There is many, not many. The majority of white people and colored people feel like 30 years is enough to reverse the legacy of apartheid and colonialization that is more than 300 years here in South Africa. They feel like you blacks, you had your chance. You had Mandela, you had Thabo Mbeki, you had your Kgalema, you had Zuma, now you have Cyril. You guys had your chance to do what you guys wanted, to fix the historical injustices. You had 30 years to take back your land, you didn't. You had 30 years to increase unemployment, you didn't. You had 30 years to do all of those things, and you did it. Many white people feel like now it is our turn. Democratic Alliance, Pathetic Alliance. Those two political parties don't care about the African child. They don't. They don't hide it. They don't hide it anymore. So Gayton Mckenzie saying no, he's not going to apologize for this. Nobody can intimidate him. Always, because he feels like that. Because Gayton has got nothing to lose. Gayton can leave Parliament. He's still going to live a comfortable life. I mean, just a month ago, he was telling a story. He was telling a story about his daughter seeing him drive. He said he went to a shop somewhere and he took his daughter and he drove himself. And he was making the point to say it was the first time his daughter seeing him drive. And it was like, Daddy, you can drive? That's what Gayton Mckenzie said. So Gayton is well off. You know, come from a criminal background. We don't know where he takes his money and everything. So he is well established. He's okay. They are all right. Don't even think about when they go out of politics, they will suffer. No, they've got nothing to lose. I mean, nothing to gain out of Parliament. So they can do as they please. They can say as they please. And many colored people support him. Because colored people, like I said, they know they've got black genes in them. They know. But they will rather lean to the white genes than accept that they are black. I mean, right now, there are colored people that don't know that Khoi San people are black people. It's like San is a different type of black that is even white people. They'll tell you, no, you are not here first. The Khoi San were here first. The black African. We African people were here. We did not come with a ship from somewhere. We did not come. You did not arrive in Durban and find Khoi Sans in Durban. You did not arrive in Mpumalanga and find empty land. You did not arrive in Kimberley and find empty land. You did not arrive in Eastern Cape and find nobody there. We were always there. Colored people need to make up their mind. Are they with us or are they not with us? In fact, they have made up their mind. They have made up their mind long time ago that they are not with us. Yes. So what Gayton Mckenzie is doing, I'm not surprised. I'm expecting more, man. I'm expecting more. Let him continue. Let him fight for his people. I don't care what Gayton Mckenzie do. All I'm saying, sometime, somewhere, somehow in the future, we have to have this conversation that, King, just because you can talk, just because you can shout, just because you're good at doing podcasts, of which I am, does not mean that we have to select you as a member of Parliament. We need a minimum requirement of this. We need a minimum requirement of that. And, that can get you in. It cannot be 7 to get our post-matric qualifications, and a matriculant can go into Parliament and make decisions for us. I know. I'm sorry. But anyway, I see again there, Gayton. Don't be heartbroken about more is coming from Gayton. More careless things, it's coming. But don't worry, he will back himself in a corner where he will not be able to come out in the near future. Don't worry about him. Don't worry. Nasiphi, Dr. Nasiphi Moya, has closed a boxer saying that the certificate of acceptability is not there. Yeah.
Of Atteridgeville, we are in Boxer. So at Boxer, this shop has been issued with at least 3 fines, where they were even given a final notice on things that they need to fix, and they haven't. This started September last year. We are in March and they've not complied. Secondly, they don't have the certificate of acceptability. Obviously, as a shop that deals with food, that certificate is a requirement for them to be able to handle food. And so we get worried when big businesses are contravening such bylaws and in a way that will put our people at a risk. So we are closing them down. Of course, that comes with conditions and timelines that they have to comply. The moment they comply, we open them. So apologies to the residents that would be inconvenienced by this, but we do this because we have your health and welfare in mind.
This is in Peli, Atteridgeville. So again, I have to stand up and say, well done to ActionSA. Well done to ActionSA. I went into these elections, the past elections, national elections, asking myself, what is it that you people see in ActionSA? Because ActionSA was doing good. I was like, what is it? What is it that you people see in Herman Mashaba? What is it? What is it? What is it? Kanti, I'm coming with my nonsense Pan-Africanist mind. You know, when you are pursuing Pan-Africanism, you want to hear black people stand up. You want no. ActionSA rolls up their sleeves and gets to work. And you can't tell them anything. You saw their provincial chairperson in KwaZulu-Natal going to hospitals and chasing out my friendos who are running tuck shops, in public hospitals. You saw it with Herman Mashaba when he was working with the economic freedom fighters there in Johannesburg. His own party, Democratic Alliance, had to work with ANC to kick him out. You saw them, what beautiful work they were doing. So I'm not going to keep quiet when I see a sister working so hard. It's not easy. We thought, they chose another woman. She's just going to be drowned by the other political parties. She manages to work with the ANC and the EFF so well. They gel so well. So congratulations to Umama Nasiphi, Nasiphi Moya, for the work that she's doing there. So I think let's continue spreading this positive news. There's a lot of bad things and poor service delivery that our government gives, but when someone delivers like the ActionSA mayor, let's show support. Dr. John Hlophe and Jacob Zuma paid Vuyo ZUNGULA a church visit, and Vuyo ZUNGULA was full of praises, full of praises to Jacob Zuma, speaking highly about him. And I was like, ZUNGULA man, Kwaza Mkonto Kwaza. And I said, now the MK political party is now slowly entering that space of ActionSA, ATM, getting in the churches, introducing themselves so that the people can get used to the faces of MK in their space. And I was listening to Vuyo ZUNGULA saying this.
Kwaza Mkonto Kwaza, Pata ATM Pata, Kwaza Mkonto Kwaza, Pata ATM Pata. Ncamalala siyabonga.
Father Ncamalala, we are grateful.
Siyabonga Ncamalala because lana South Africa.
We are indeed grateful because here in South Africa,
uninzi labantu abakhoyo ngabantu abamnyama.
a number of people here is black people.
Kodwa njengoba sikhona sibaninzi,
Yet as many as we are,
siphethwe ngabantu abakufika apha eSouth Africa.
we are indeed controlled by people who are visitors here in South Africa.
Most presidents once baphume office,
A number of presidents, once they leave the office,
baye bathathe retirement.
they take retirement,
Umuntu ahlale enjoy the benefits of the state.
they start to sit down and enjoy the benefits of the state.
Nguwe wedwa who stood up and said this is not it.
It is only you, ophakamileyo wathi ayiyo le.
Because abantu abacabangela abantu,
for people who think for others,
true revolutionaries,
abazabalazi bokwenyani.
bazabalaze bade bayofa.
They are revolutionaries until they die.
Kodwa abanye abantu,
Yet others,
once bafumana benefits,
once they receive their benefits,
bagqibile.
it is done.
Siyabonga Nqamalala.
We're indeed grateful, Father Nqamalala.
Inkosi.
Wow, Vuyo ZUNGULA is full of praises for Jacob Zuma. He's really full of praises. Well, there is a little bit of truth in what he is saying. President after retirement, usually they don't care. You don't see Thabo Mbeki really caring about South Africa and everything. But with Jacob Zuma, we all could see that he did not want his chapter to close the way, his political chapter to close the way it was going to close if he remained silent under the ANC. And also we know it was that feeling was further escalated when he got arrested for revenge against the ANC. So yeah, it's not likely that you see an old person with retirement and all of those benefits coming back and still fighting for people. But Vuyo ZUNGULA, I hope beyond the nice guy and the humble person that we see on screen, there is a strategic politician behind that face. Because if Vuyo ZUNGULA can play his card properly, guys, that guy can be the next president of the MK political party. That guy can actually be the next president of South Africa. Being in a situation where the ANC drops, the MK increases in support, and the MK gets more votes than the ANC. Imagine if the MK gets something like 32 and the ANC drops to 28 or 30 or something like that, and now the government of national unity involves the EFF, the ATM, the ANC, and they kick out the Democratic Alliance and the Pathetic Alliance, and that sell out of a political party named the IFP. Imagine if Vuyo ZUNGULA plays his cards very carefully, 2029, he might just be president. He might just be president if he plays his card properly. If I was him, I'll be drawing that map in my mind going forward. He's a very humble person, very humble politician. He does not seem to a person like a person who's thinking that far ahead. He just wants African unity, and he's showing it in his action. There was absolutely no need for ActionSA ATM to join the MK political party this early. They were supposed to wait for the 2026 elections and see how good they are going to do and how good the MK political party is going to do, and then make a judgment after that. But to make the judgment so far ahead from the local elections, to say we are going to work with the MK political party in by-elections, local elections, national elections, it's a brave move from the ATM. So yeah, we are looking to see what is going to happen there. Again, the EFF is having a a vacant post of production manager. You guys can go and check that out. I saw it and I just decided, okay, let me also speak about it. Don't go there if you're a sellout. EFF does not accept the sellouts. Please don't go there and sell out there. They are just going to ask you, what do you feel about Helen Zille in the interview? And then when Pendulu Dodi. No, Helen Zille, I think she's a very important key player in South African politics, and they say, thank you so much, you can stand up and go. Yeah, so EFF is looking for a production manager. Go there and do your best. All the best to everyone that is going to be applying for that position. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. But after you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.